Dearly beloved, we call this meeting of the Town of Farmville Planning Commission to order. Welcome to those in attendance with us tonight, along with those that are joining us online. We've got a hefty agenda that we'll work through tonight, and we'll go ahead and get started with the roll call. Ms. Watkins.
Mr. Patterson,
Present.
Ms. Johnson,
Here.
Mr. Davenport,
Here.
Dr. Miller,
Here.
Ms. O'Connor,
Here.
Mr. Weiss,
Here.
Dr. Crute, Mr. Crute.
Here. Thank you.
All righty. Now we will move to approval of our agenda. If there are any changes to the agenda, please share them at this time. If not, we'll take a motion to approve.
I make a motion that we approve the agenda.
Second.
It has been moved and second. All those in favor of approving the agenda signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All righty. We will now have a consideration of the minutes from our August 16th, 2023 meeting. Having had a chance to read through the minutes, if there are any corrections, we ask for those at this time.
I move to approve the minutes as submitted.
Is there a second?
Second.
It has been moved and second to approve the minutes from the Wednesday, August 16th, 2023 meeting. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All righty. We do have a moment in our agenda where we have a public participation portion. Speakers have 3 minutes to make statements on non-agenda items. Ms. Watkins, has anyone signed up for public participation?
No, sir.
Any comments submitted?
No, sir.
No one has signed up. No comments have been submitted. We will move forth. We have no public hearings on our agenda tonight. We have no items under old business. And so we will move into new business with an update from the Community Development Department, including upcoming major cases.
Well, good evening. I'd like to start off tonight by introducing Mr. John Ramsey as the new Town of Farmville Residential Code Inspector. Mr. Ramsey attended Hampton-Sydney College and earned his degree in English. He has experience in residential construction and residential construction project management. Mr. Ramsey is working towards his residential code inspector certification and his property management certification. He will be responsible for residential building inspection and local town code enforcement. Mr. Ramsey has already proved to be a great addition to the community development team, and we are happy to have him.
Welcome. Glad to have you aboard.
The
Would you
next-
care to say a few? I didn't know. I will give you the floor if you care to say anything.
Thrilled to join the Farmville community, the team. I've been in the community and look forward to getting to know y'all better.
Excellent.
Our next update is concerning the plan unit development discussion. Staff is gearing to begin discussion on this ordinance again after the first of the year. Staff would like to hear from commissioners to know what you would like to see in a PUD ordinance. On April 26, 2023, Town Manager Mr. Davis sent an email to commissioners that included a list of several localities that currently have PUD ordinances. We'd ask that you please review a few of those ordinances and let us know what you like or dislike in those. Our next note is the VCU Wilder School Certified Planning Commission program has announced their sessions for 2024. These sessions are 10-week courses. The first session is in person and begins January 30th. In person means that the first 2 days and the last 2 days of the session are in person. The rest of the time is spent on working at your own pace. The second section is completely virtual and begins March 21st. If you are interested in taking either of these courses, please reach out to Ms. Watkins. We are tracking a few major cases that could become before the planning commission after the first of the year. A few site plans and maybe a conditional use permit. Our next planning commission meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, December 20th at 7 p.m. That concludes staff updates.
Ms. Austin, well, everyone's welcome to jump in with questions, and I will kick it off. My question, has the town council been briefed on the PUD resuming?
They've received the same information that discussions will begin after the first of the year.
Okay. So I do ask that you all be attentive, as Ms. Austin has shared, so that we can dive in. Any questions of Ms. Austin in the staff report that she shared?
I scanned over this real quick. Can you say that date again when the email was sent? It'd just be quicker for me to find it. I
Yeah,
think.
April 26th, 2023.
Thank
If
you.
it would be helpful, I can forward the email again if you'd like.
That would be helpful, thanks.
Of the cases that you are tracking, likelihood that they would be ready for the December meeting?
Unlikely.
Okay. And then I would just, and Mr. Weiss might have more insight into this as a member of this body for Prince Edward Planning Commission, but I know they are in the midst of launching into a comp plan process for themselves, and there's some meetings forthcoming for community members to share thoughts and insights into that process. I believe one is happening tomorrow at Hampton-Sydney at the Crawley Forum. And then there is another one that's been scheduled at the Moton Museum. So I think it'd be neat if you have interest to share in that process. I know the county would appreciate the feedback from citizens. And those dates and times are available on the county website. Any other new business? Cool. Any other thoughts from the commission before we adjourn?
Cam, did you want me to comment?
Yeah, if you care to
You want me to
comment.
comment on the?
Yeah, if you have any insight for the commission, would love it.
So the county just kicked off its process. We had a joint work session, the Planning Commission had a joint work session with the Board of Supervisors, and it was mainly for Berkeley Group to roll out the process. Berkeley Group is the same group you had mentioned in a previous meeting is helping your department on some matters. It's the same consulting firm. And I think also the same firm that had done the town's comprehensive plan previously. Yeah. And it's a long process. I mean, the final plan with all citizen input and everybody else's input isn't expected to be done until sometime in 2025, actually. So there are gonna be various meetings and sessions throughout 2024 and culminating in roughly, I think, toward the end of the first half of 2025. So well thought out process, a lot of opportunity for any of you all or anybody you know to engage with it, to speak up on what you think the county should be doing. I'm particularly sensitive to making sure it's in sync with what the town is doing, even though it's not a joint comprehensive plan, just to make sure the two don't operate in a vacuum, two different vacuums, that they at least sync up in the right places. So if you have particular thoughts on what you think the county should be doing or not doing in its comprehensive planning relative to the town, this is a great opportunity to express your views.
Ms. Karen, thank you for being in attendance tonight. This is a short meeting, no cases on the docket, but I appreciate you being here. Any further comments from the commission? If not, we'll take a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor of adjournment signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All righty. Have a great evening.